Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Lavish Show. I'm your host, Shira Stallworth. You know what to do when you tune into my show. Get ready to hear some positive words. Get ready to be encouraged because we have some very special guests on the show today. Mr. Jeremy England. He's a candidate running for District 51. And we also have self-taught Mr. Carl Lewis, who is a part of the Positive Kids crew. So sit back and relax and enjoy the Lavish Show. It gets better and better. 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 Better, 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 better. It gets better and 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 better.
I would try to take one.
Welcome back to the Lavish Show. Thank you for joining me again. I have a very special guest on the show today. He's a phenomenal candidate that I know personally. His name is Mr. Jeremy England, and I'm so excited to introduce you to Jeremy England. How you doing?
Thank you, Shira. Doing great. How are you today?
I'm doing fine.
Good.
What I want the public to know is that this is a person that's very transparent, a person that loves the community, and he's also running for District 51. And I just want him to give a little background on who he is, where he's from, and what he is about to do.
Right. Well, thank you very much for that intro, Shira.
Okay.
So again, my name is Jeremy England. I'm a lifelong resident of Jackson County. I grew up in Pascagoula. I went to Pascagoula High School before I went to Mississippi State. I got my BA degree in political science.
Okay.
And then I went to law school at Ole Miss. Yeah, and actually
okay.
my first year of law school, Hurricane Katrina hit. So it was a
Wow.
It was a big event, obviously, and a lot of my friends didn't understand me wanting to move back home, but I just loved Jackson County. There was no way I was going anywhere else. So I came back home, moved to the St. Martin community, and I've lived there ever since. Yeah.
Okay, so you're in the Jackson County area. You reside there.
That's right.
Okay, and you also are a lawyer, right?
I am. I'm an attorney. I do workers' comp defense, and I'm also a Little League baseball coach, which is like having a third job right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my son Levi, I've coached him for probably 5 years over in the St. Martin community. I love doing that.
Wow, awesome. When I was sharing with the audience that, you know, I can tell that you are a transparent person because I personally know you as far as family values and things like that. From my understanding, you're running for District 51. When I first met you, I can tell that you love family, you love value, you have Christian principles. I just want you to share with the audience, you know, what is it that you're trying to do in this area of Jackson County?
Right. Well, I appreciate you mentioning my family. I could not do this job. I couldn't run for this campaign if I didn't have 100% support from my wife, Melissa, and from my two kids, Levi and Grace. They are the joy of my life. They're what I think about when I wake up in the morning and what I think about when I go to bed. And I think that's, you know, that's my job as a father. But it's also my job as wanting to be a community leader. I think it's very important to have strong family values. I tell people all the time, you know, if you believe in strong family values, you need to send a family man to represent you in Jackson, and I know I'm that person to do that job.
I like that. So if you believe in family values, bring a family man to represent this district.
That's right.
And the District 51, tell us a little bit about what does that cover, District 51?
Right. District 51, it's a pretty large Senate district that goes from St. Martin and then north through Van Cleve over to Moss Point, East Central, Wade, Hurley, a little bit of Pascagoula and Gaucher. So it covers a good bit of the county, and the majority of the district is going to be north of I-10, but I do have some just south of I-10. But that I-10 corridor is something I've really focused on. I think is a great prime area for development for our community.
It is, and you know, I live in the Moss Point area, and you know, I usually tell people that watch my show, and you know, some of them are a fan of my music, I usually tell them when it comes down to politics, you know, sometimes we say, well, I want to vote because I'm a Democratic, or I'm going to vote because of this person's a Republican. I believe in getting the right person for the job to get the job done.
Right.
You know, and when I met you, you know, that's what I seen. You know, you're educated. You have a great family value. You got Christian principles. So let the audience know what makes you different from any other candidate.
Right. Well, and you're right. I'm running to represent everybody in District 51. And I will talk to anybody that wants to talk with me from District 51 or Jackson County or even Mississippi, because I love the state, I love our community, and I want to make sure that we thrive, particularly as an area, but also as a state.
Yes.
And we can't do that if we're focused on political parties so much. Now, I will say I'm a conservative Republican, and I'm a Christian, and those are two things that I think if you had to pinpoint two areas that would describe me, that's it. But,
yes.
But primarily the word conservative, which to me means I believe in small government. I believe in less taxes, and the reason I believe in that is because I believe that people are the best judges of how to spend their own money. And also, I've talked to a lot of small business owners, and we have a lot of handymen and carpenters and people that work, you know, odd and end jobs around here. And, and they could do so much more, but there's occupational licensing that restricts them from being able to do things. And I don't like government putting restrictions on people being able to make a living.
Right, like small businesses, you know, and in Jackson County we have a lot of small businesses.
We do.
So you're here to support the small businesses too.
That's right.
See, that's good, and I like that. Besides being a family man and working in a community, being a lawyer, and all of your background, what motivates you to run now? Right.
Well, Shira, I get asked all the time, why are you doing this, right? Because politics is just, we see, especially in national politics, it's messy.
Yeah.
You know, if you're involved, you're going to get attacked, or you're doing the attacking. And but that's not how I see it. I see myself more as a public servant than as a politician. And so, and the difference is that I have a heart to serve, and I've always felt, you know, with my love of this community and things that I can do to give back and to serve my community, this is a way that I can do that. I have the ability to be persuasive. I can go to Jackson and go toe-to-toe with the representatives and the senators from other areas, and I can convince business leaders and industries that Jackson County is where they need to be, because this is the best place. But I also, with my legal background, you know, it's funny, if you change one word or one phrase in a statute, the law can either go way out of control, or it can end up being completely ineffective. And so my ability to read a statute and make arguments and to debate with people in a respectful way is something that I know will serve this community. And it's something, since I know I can do it, you know, you hear all the time people say, you know, if it's a job worth doing, you're just going to go do it yourself. And I tell you what, I know I can do this job. I know I'm the man for this job. And so I'm really looking forward to getting up there.
Well, I think you're the man for the job, too. I tell you, you have my vote.
I appreciate
that very much. You really do.
Much.
And I just want to say, you know, one of the pet peeves dealing with politics is that we elect officials in our community, in our county, and then you don't see them anymore. You don't see their face in the community. They don't come to the local schools, community activity. You told me that you coach a little league, so I know you are the one, the family man that's in the community. But that's just what I want to bring out, is that, you know, if you are elected, you know, what are some things you're going to bring to Jackson County as far as change?
Right. Well, you're right. Too often somebody will get elected to a position and they go to Jackson or they go to Washington, and you just don't see them anymore. They forget who put them in the job and what they're doing there. That's not going to be me. And you mentioned, when you mentioned children and that's something that really touches my heart, because I try to, when I wake up in the morning and I pray about this, I want to be the man that my children see in me. And because if I can do that, I'm really living up to some high standards, and I want that to be for the other children in the community. I do that for my baseball team. I do that for other people. But as far as bringing positive changes to Jackson County, I think the way to do that is through conservative Christian leadership. And I mentioned conservative again because I think, you know, low taxes, less regulations, no burdens on allowing you to get out and get a job. I think we need to keep an eye on our infrastructure, because that's what makes community, makes a community grow, is a business will come in if there's good infrastructure to get their products in and out, and it's safe. It's a safety issue.
Yeah.
I want to make sure we have good schools, and I tell people all the time,
right.
I don't want us to have the best schools available. I want us to have the best schools possible.
Okay.
So that means, you know, if there's something that we can do that's maybe outside the box to make sure that we're having the results that we want, educating our children, then we need to maybe do that. And I'm willing to talk with other people and find out what can we do. Now, that said, we do have some excellent schools here, and excellent public schools are a big draw for us here.
Okay.
So,
Well, what is your next move coming up, Mr. England, candidate Jeremy England? What's your next move coming up during this campaign? What are you trying to do?
Right. Well, we will be out and about in the community from now until August 6th. Election day is August 6th. It's a Tuesday, but we're going to try to get out and meet as many voters as we can. Like you said, I like to talk with people. I like to answer questions. I'll tell you, I've talked with people that I maybe don't agree with, but when I finish talking with them, they say, we appreciate you talking with us, we appreciate the respect you show, and we're going to vote for you because we know that you're the kind of person that we can call. So we're going to do that. We're going to get out, and if I can meet everybody in the community, I will, because I want them to know that they have somebody in me that wants to represent them and wants to hear from them.
That's right. So August the 6th, 2019,
That's
we're
right.
voting, and like I said, Jeremy England, he's the candidate that's going to be on the ballot. You need to vote. How can we get in contact with you?
Right. So my website is jeremyengland.ms. And I have some information on there. I have a page where you can sign up to be a volunteer. If you want to walk a neighborhood with us, or you'd like to see me come walk in your neighborhood, you can do that on there. There's the ability to donate, which I hate. Raising money as a candidate is the worst thing ever, but it's something that we have to do.
Yes.
And I have a Facebook page, which is Jeremy England. I have a personal and a campaign page.
Yes.
And friend me personally. I'm a friendly guy. I don't mind that, but I'd also like you to visit my campaign page, and you can keep up with what we're doing.
Well, I enjoyed you on the Lavish Show, and don't let this be the last time that you come. And I just want to say hello to your beautiful wife, Melissa England, and your children. And God bless you. I enjoyed myself at the meet and greet with your family, and I look forward to seeing you as our new District 51 representative.
Yeah, Shira, thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
First of all, I'm a conservative Republican. I believe in the principles and the values of the Republican Party. I'm running because I know I'm the best person for this job. I'm a lifelong resident of Jackson County. I know how much we've benefited from having good conservative leadership in Jackson County in the past, and I plan to carry on that tradition of good traditional conservative leaders representing us in Jackson.
Welcome back to the Lavish Show. We have another great guest. He is self-taught Mr. Carl Lewis with the Positive Kids crew. I'm so excited to have you on the show today.
It's nice to be here with you.
I'm telling you, it's an honor. It's an honor, because so many times I look for different things in the community to catch my eye, you know, that's positive. And when I found out who you were and when we talked, you caught my eye.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you.
Yeah, so I just want you to tell the audience who you are, what you do, and just elaborate on who is self-taught Mr. Carl Lewis.
Well, thank you for that introduction. My name is Carl Lewis. I'm an independent hip-hop producer. Been in the hip-hop industry for more than 20 years.
Wow.
For 20 years, yeah. And in 2014, I transitioned into doing children's music. My company is Positive Kids Songs. We're a limited liability company.
Okay.
We create music for kids, animated short stories, and music videos as well.
Wow, okay. And for the audience, you will see a clip of what he does with Positive Kids Crew. And the reason why I brought him on the show today, because he does animation, he does songs, and the reason why I say self-taught, because all this you're doing by yourself.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. I guess you can say, a one-man band.
Okay.
Except for some of the things I have had subcontracted out, such as the animation.
Yeah.
I had to find somebody on the internet to actually to bring my vision to life.
That's right, a vision. Without vision, people perish, and I love that. Tell us a little bit about Positive Kids Crew.
Well, Positive Kids Songs, the Positive Kids Crew is a fictional group of 4 characters. I think I got something here. Check it out here.
Oh, okay.
This is a CD, DVD that we've done. It's called Fitness Fun, which deals with health and nutrition, anti-bullying, believing in yourself, and setting goals to succeed.
Wow.
And these 4 characters make up the Positive Kids crew.
Wow.
So you got Bobby, you got Kenny, Maria, and Lee.
And see, I see this cover here that they're multicultural, put it that way.
Oh, yes.
I see you have African American, Latina, Caucasian, and is he Asian?
Asian, Vietnamese, all in the same mix.
Vietnamese.
Yes.
And I love it. So this is the project that you have put out for the kids to bring in anti-bullying, to bring in motivation, to get fit, different things like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. It deals with health and nutrition, anti-bullying,
Awesome.
believing in yourself, setting goals to succeed. And so when we say fitness fun, we're not just talking about physically fit,
Okay.
but also mentally fit.
Wow.
So, you know, we want to encourage the kids to love themselves, to love the skin they're in. You know, there's a
Yes.
lot of things that go on with kids, you know, body shaming and things of that nature.
Yes.
So we want kids, you know, to love your nose, the texture of your hair, you know, all those things, your smile.
I love that. Love yourself. Love your nose,
yourself.
your hair, the way you look. You may be fat or skinny, tall, round, whatever. Love it.
You're a star.
And I love it. I
You're a
love
star.
it. That's right.
Yeah.
And that's what we need in our community. We need to put that in our community. So many times on TV we see shows, you know, based towards children, but they have a lot of violence, a lot of sexual activities, a lot of things that are negative, and our kids are not growing from that. They're growing from a negative influence. So what made you do this?
Well, as I said, I started this back in 2014. I wanted to create something because I shared a conversation with one of my brothers.
Okay.
His daughter is graduating from high school this year out in Texas.
Wow.
But at the time she was about 5 or 6 years old. They were riding in the car and she was singing the song and she was reciting every word to the song.
Wow.
I told him I was looking to transition into doing children's music. And he was like, you know what? These kids learn songs before they get their school lessons. So I think you're on to something, go for that.
That's right.
And so I decided to take on the challenge and create children's music.
That's right.
Never wrote a song for kids, never even thought about doing that.
Wow, and when I listen to those songs, it's encouraging the child, it's motivating the child to get up and do something. Like, you know, one of them you're talking about bullying, how a kid is mistreated at school or in the environment that he's in, or even at home from a parent, and you give solutions. That's what I like, solutions. Tell me why, as a writer that you are, what made you just write that? You know, a lot of times we write stuff, we don't give solutions. You give solutions. What made you put that in your DVD on some of the issues that's going on?
All I could do is just chalk it up to God. Serendipity. You know, when I was putting it together, I didn't think it all the way through. I just did it based on, you know, common sense principles. You know, I figure if you're going to tell a kid to do something, it's best to illustrate how to get it done.
Illustrate those family values. I love it because, you know, we read about kids committing suicide. We read about gun violence in the school shootings recently.
Yes.
You know, and those are issues that touch my heart because I love children, I always dealt with children and talked to children, and it makes me want to cry now because, you know, we don't have something positive, and that's why I want to push you in this Positive Kids crew. And I really want you to do a children's show on WGUD TV, which he will be doing. So what is your passion behind this?
Well, I thank you for those comments. My passion is basically we share the same passion. I believe a lot of kids are not getting what I call, well, what is known as social emotional development.
Okay.
And they're not getting, I believe they teach it in pre-K to kindergarten, but I think once the kid advances first, second, third grade, they're no longer focused on the emotional development. It's more about academics, which is fine because they need to learn the science, technology, engineering, and math. But I believe somewhere along the way, we don't incorporate that anymore. And so what you have is by the time kids get in the 5th and the 6th grade, when somebody approaches them, because when they get in junior high school, you start picking tribes. You know, you got the jock, you got the teenagers, I mean the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
You got the musicians, you got the geeks.
Yeah.
Well, the kids that are academically, smart.
Yes.
So what happened is you get a lot of kids who don't feel connected to any of these, and when they get into these environments where they start to, get categorized, they begin to take on and internalize this name calling.
Okay.
And so that's where I think a lot of the bullying plays out, because these kids aren't connected. And so I believe that what happens is that's because between kindergarten and 6th grade, they're no longer teaching those values, social, emotional development values.
That's right.
And I believe that should be taught from pre-K through 6th grade.
I believe that as well. Being in the teacher profession myself, a lot of children come to school with problems, even in their home, and sometimes it even begins in the classroom. And sometimes teachers, they don't know how to juggle between teaching or being that positive role model because they have issues they deal with themselves. So, you are exactly right that, it starts at a young age.
Yes, ma'am.
Social and emotional development.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's one thing I like about what you're doing. You got mascots, that
yes,
go out in the community, that dance. How did that come about?
Well, the mascots are an extension of the actual characters.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, when we create these characters, I want to come back and revisit that and bring them to life, because I believe that would actually connect with the kids even more.
Yeah.
Once we got the songs, how we brought this thing to fruition, the music came first. The animation, well, the characters started to come into play, but I didn't have all of them. I got 2 of them, then I went and started working on the animations. And then we came back and we bought the last 2 mascots.
Right.
So now when we go out, we want to do a 1, 2, 3 punch. You get the music, you get the mascots moving and dancing around, and we also bring in the illustration of the cartoons projected on walls and things.
Wow, and see, they need this in schools, Head Start especially, community action. They really need this in the beginning, because the mascots, the kids get encouraged, they get motivated, they learn about eating healthy, they learn about fitness with fun and singing and sometimes rapping, and I love that. We need to get into the community.
We do. From your mouth to God's ears. I mean, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get it incorporated into, kindergarten, Head Start. And this year, I'm trying to also get it brought into the elementary school.
All right.
It's a daunting task, but I'm up for it, for the challenge.
That's right. I'm behind you 100%. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Is there anything else you want our audience to know about Positive Kids Crew, even about you? How can we get in contact with you? You have the final words.
Well, sure. You can go to my website, which is positivekidsongs.com, or you can reach me at Positive Kids Beats, which is Instagram. Or you can reach me on Facebook at positivekidsongs.com. We are available for birthdays, special events.
Wow.
Whether you're a civic leader or you are with the government, we can come in and bring the mascots to perform and entertain for the kids.
Right. Wow. Even small daycares, I can see that.
And daycares
you're going into the daycares and doing events and birthday events and things for the children. Well, I'm so excited to have you on here. And let me see your DVD one more time, because I just want to plug that one more time. Y'all, go to the website. Purchase this. Your children will love it. My daughter is 10 years old and she love it. She say, "Mama, who's that rapping? Who is that? Who's talking about bullying?" And she fell in love with it. Fitness, fun, Positive Kids Crew with Mr. Carl Lewis.
Thank you very much for this opportunity to be here today.
You're so welcome.
And I love exactly what you're doing here. It's well needed.
Thank you.
For all young entrepreneurs and the older ones like me that needs the opportunity. So,
God bless you.
God bless you as well.
We'll be right back.
PKS, Positive Kids Songs, LLC. We are a music production company. We create animation short stories, music videos, and positive songs for kids. Our mission is to create inspiring, motivational, entertaining, and informative songs for kids. Entertainment with a purpose is what we're all about. If you are a nonprofit organization or you're a parent, you having a kids function, invite the crew to come and kick it with you. Our number is 228-284-7278. We're also available for school events and functions. With our award-winning CD, Fitness Fun, we can guarantee that your kids will not only be entertained, but they will learn the importance about daily physical activity, believing in yourself, setting goals to succeed, respecting others. We are Positive Kid Songs, limited liability company located right here on the beautiful Mississippi Gulf Coast. And our mission is to create inspiring, motivational, entertaining, and informative media for children. Entertainment with a purpose. Book us today.
Audience, I'm just so excited to have you on the show. And right now, I just want you to tell the audience what you do in the community as far as repairing credit, giving people the opportunity to own their own homes, and also to buy that car that they've been waiting to buy.
Yeah, we focus on giving people that second chance. It's truly biblical and naturally since proven. Biblically, we're used to not being forgiven by the church or the world. So in society, when you make a mistake with your credit, you're not being forgiven so quickly by the banks and institutions. So with the Credit Solution Group, we allow you to get your name back. We allow you to take your past, and even though sometimes we put our past behind us, our past seems to find a way to run after us. So with this, we're able to let your past be behind you and stay where you left it. We're going to help you take off bankruptcies, repossessions, foreclosures, tax liens, child support, medical bills, student loans, late payments. It doesn't matter what it is. We have attorneys that's been in business for over 15 years that's going to help you and leverage your rights to a law. There's a law that's been out since 1971.
Wow.
And people don't even understand. It seems new, but the only difference between society that are successful and not successful is just we're just uninformed.
Uninformed. That's right.
That's it.
And I have seen powerful testimonies come from your website, and I just want you to tell the audience, you know, the name of the group that you're working with, because I have seen testimony after testimony of credit scores being raised and people able to buy their homes. Where's your office located, you know, for people to sign up?
Yes, it's 1717 Pass Road, Gulfport, Mississippi.
Okay, and it's called the Credit Solutions Group?
Yes.
Okay, and you just got promoted, right?
Yes, yes.
Congratulations.
Executive Sales Director, yes.
Executive Sales Director.
Yes.
And I have came aboard, right?
Yes, yes you
As
have.
an agent, and I just, you know, am so overwhelmed and thankful for the opportunity, and I know that it does work. So I thank you today. I'll let you have the final words today to the audience.
Final words. Plan, prepare, and build yourself a future. Remember, if you don't change, your future won't.
Well, I know you all enjoyed my show. I thank you for tuning in and supporting the Lavish Show. If you want to donate, please donate to Creative Women Enterprises at paypal.com. And also follow my pages. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Shira Stallworth. Be blessed.
Hi, I'm Craig Patterson, sales rep for WGUD, home of the MeTV network. But MeTV is only one aspect of what we do here. We provide local programming such as cooking and real estate shows and high school sports. I'd like to invite you to be a part of our promotional family, which will provide you with high quality and affordable advertising, which will cater to your business's clientele. If that interests you, please give me a call at 228-238-6110.
First of all, I'm a conservative Republican. I believe in the principles and the values of the Republican Party. I'm running because I know I'm the best person for this job. I'm a lifelong resident of Jackson County. I know how much we've benefited from having good conservative leadership in Jackson County in the past, and I plan to carry on that tradition of good traditional conservative leaders representing us in Jackson.
Giddy up and stay a while. Watch our westerns, they got style. Ride the Rangers, great TV. That's memorable, that's me.
Me?
Call them classics, call them the best. Call them favorites, be our guest. Every day there's more to come. Watch and see, there's only one. Me TV.
That's me, all right.
Check out the Most Wanted Westerns, Saturday mornings at 8, only on WGUD.